They are the hosts of two amazing podcasts, View from the Cheap Seats and Dumb People Town. You have seen them on late night TV and shows like Grey's Anatomy and movies like Wild Hogs. We welcome back to Afternoon Live comedians Randy and Jason Sklar.
This is our official couch. I love our couch.
You have claimed the love seat.
Can I say this?
Brotherly.
Yes. My favorite thing is that in the intro shots of Portland, like the sun is out. When is the sun is like...
Sun, to me, when the sun comes out in Portland, it comes out on accident.
Right?
It's on like sabbatical right now.
Right.
Well, the sun is like someone who's taking their lunch into the conference room of the office and doesn't realize that a meeting is going on.
That rain has booked it. You're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
oh,
no
whoops.
way.
You guys have this. Rain has this booked all the way through winter, all the way through spring, and most of summer. All right, I'll eat my lunch under the stairs.
It is like that scene from Portlandia where there's like one ray of sun and everyone just joins
in and
just gets right there. That's the spot.
Totally.
So you guys are at Helium only tonight.
One night.
That's it.
One night, one show.
Handful of tickets left. Okay, we're going to sell it out.
We're going to sell it out right here. Let's do that.
Come on.
I think you guys are having the best 2024 of anybody that I know. I'm going to go ahead and call you Rose Bowl champs.
Oh,
thank you.
Because you were
so good.
on the scene with Michigan.
At the game.
How incredible was that?
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Look at you guys.
We connected up with the U of M Alumni Association and we performed at the pep rally the day before, which was great. There we are with Brad Meltzer, a New York Times award-winning author, our friend we went to the game. There I am with my daughters. We were close. We sat close. It was a roller coaster of emotion.
That was an incredible game.
Oh, my God. There I am. That's my face when I finally got out of the parking lot.
That's how long it takes to leave the Rose Bowl.
It's not fun.
You've been there. Oregon's been there.
I have watched Oregon lose at the Rose Bowl, so I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
That you experienced the victory.
And now we face your bitter rival.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Beat
that's
you,
all.
Deb.
That's all.
We're
We're
going to do
doing
it for the entire state of Oregon.
There you go. It's a vendetta. We'll take care of them.
We'll do it for you.
You're welcome.
Taking vengeance on whatever's left of the Pac-12.
We'll see. I know. Sorry.
So you guys are busy. So you're here for one night.
Yeah.
By the way, Seattle for one night. You're going into UW country.
So tomorrow night it'll all be Huskies.
That's going to be pretty dangerous.
Right.
It'll be dangerous.
Change your act a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to wear Michigan gear.
We will definitely not.
I'm not, but we may wear khaki pants and on our Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
We might do that.
So we'll be at
fair.
the Crocodile tomorrow night, then we fly back, and then we go to Houston to host the pep rally.
So
and
amazing.
We're doing a comedy show that night in Houston. We host the tailgate the next day, and then we go watch the game.
Is any of your family going to Houston with you?
My daughter's going to come with me. She's a freshman at Michigan. So we went, and now she's following in our footsteps, and
we need to explain to her, though. It's not like this every year.
Yeah.
She's been in school for 6 months.
Who do you think you are?
So true.
She's like, I'm not used to Michigan not being in the national championship.
Get out of here.
Like, it's not
slow down. This is a once in a
lifetime.
lifetime.
Core memories, though, for all of you guys, and to get to share that with your daughter.
I mean, it's again at this time of year, and she just came back for a month, so it was so nice to see her and spend all this time.
And just as lifelong fans who've lived through the hard times, I mean, I don't have to tell Trailblazer fans, it will turn around for you.
Yeah, I mean,
it will.
It will.
There's probably another Sabonis in there somewhere who'll come out and save you.
A bonus Sabonis.
You need a bonus Sabonis, is what we're saying.
Come on,
make
it happen.
Faith. But you guys are busy. You're on the road.
Yeah.
2 podcasts. How do you make it all work? Because you're still acting and writing and doing all the things and together.
It's definitely hard. If you ask our families, we are working too much, and then we say, "You still want the house, right?" So we are hustling like crazy. I mean, we've always been,
but fortunately, we love it. So we say this all the time. Like, comedy takes us to places we may never go. I don't know that we would go to Portland in the winter time, but I'm happy
it's a blessing.
Here.
Yeah, we're going in 2 weeks. We're going to Alaska
in the wintertime. Dark all day long.
I mean, you think Portland's dark. Alaska, you talk about a ray of sunshine. It's like literally from 2 to 2:20.
Yeah, right.
It's like
no, but I mean, it takes us to these places and takes us to this set of this show that we wouldn't be on if we didn't do comedy. So we appreciate it.
Trying to appreciate that aspect of it, and so it's always fun. And the people we meet, our fans in the different cities, is always just a blast because I do feel that we're more connected than people want to like even believe. And so if they like the stuff that we're doing,
especially after the pandemic, you know, we spent 2 years where we weren't allowed or we didn't go out in public together. Now we're back. We're in rooms together, laughing at stuff. It feels really good.
Breathing on each other. It's wonderful.
Just sharing RSV
It's
as much
fun,
as we can.
you guys.
It's a price to be paid.
Sure, I'd pay that price for a good night of laughter.
Well, and it's true because you guys have been doing this for a long time, and it is a blessing to get to keep doing it and be successful and have people want to show up and bring up old projects. Like, how often do people talk to you about Cheap Seats? Because
they love it.
That's the first thing I think people still think of, and
so
it's been a while.
It was the longest running show that we ever did. If for those who don't know, it was on ESPN Classic, and they ran on ESPN2, where we watch old weird sporting events, dog shows, cheerleading competitions, spelling bees.
Oh, so fun.
Time to take those kids down a notch, because in 10 years they're going to own us all.
That's true.
You know, I remember we watched a beard and mustache championship.
Okay.
So like people who groom their beards.
Some guy grew his mustache into the shape of a check mark.
To which we replied, he also has a check mark in the single column on his tax return, because
no one in a relationship would allow this.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Right.
Well, and you still get to do iterations of that with what you're doing with the podcast today. Like, I was watching a video of you talking about extreme balloons, and it was like bros bopping balloons around.
Ballooning.
What is that?
I mean, there's extreme wife carrying. We
No.
did that. That was
Wife carrying.
I mean, it's extreme wife carrying. It's not just wife carrying. It's wife
What
carrying.
does it mean?
Well, no, what was interesting about that competition, that's coming up. That's our next
Okay.
on our
Good
Patreon.
tease, yeah.
Yeah, we have Sklar Brothers at patreon.com/Sklar Brothers. We do new episodes of Cheaper Seats.
Okay.
And we did a wife carrying competition, and every single contestant at some point fell down under the weight of their wife. And these were not big women.
And
These were
I'm
just
like, that's going to be a fight later.
The endurance
No,
of it
honey,
all.
you look
No.
fine.
No.
You are great.
It was my fault.
It was
I
me. I'm
slipped.
so sorry.
Yeah.
I slipped.
I got the shin splints. What
Yeah,
can I
I mean,
say?
listen,
Yeah.
I should have done a better job of anticipating your needs.
Forgot
It's
the
like-
pre-workout somewhere in there. Something went wrong.
right.
Take me back to you guys growing up together, because did you guys always play off each other as twins, having that connection, making people laugh in your living room, that type of
Yes.
thing?
We did. I think, we grew up in
Look
the
at
80s.
you.
Look at these kids just wearing
Hideous.
yarmulkes.
Going through puberty.
I mean, that was us who played soccer, played sports together. I mean, we would definitely play off each other.
Yeah.
We definitely, comedy was something we were into early high school. But like, we can't play sports together. Like, I remember I was pitching and Jay was in center field on our high school team, and he's yelling. I'm like,
He's not throwing strikes, and I'm getting so frustrated.
He's
I would
yelling.
get frustrated with myself. So I'm yelling at Randy so intensely that the runner from the other team on second base turns around and he's like, "Hey, lay off him. Give him a break.
Like, I have
Calm down on your brother."
people on the other team were telling him to calm down on
They're
me.
like, enough is enough.
So yeah, we were even funny back then. We weren't trying to be.
Yeah, but then did your family encourage that? Were they like, what is up with you guys?
So I mean, there was no one in our family who did this.
Yeah.
It's not like we had an Uncle Jeff who went to LA to do stand-up. So it was not something that our family was even familiar that you could even have a career doing this. But to our parents' credit, they loved that we went after something that we really loved to
that's
do.
cool.
And when we had success early, they were
I think they were
supportive.
nervous.
They were nervous.
Sure, yeah.
But only because I think they were very happy that we were following our dream.
Yeah.
And then they were nervous that it might not work out. And you know what? The jury's still out. We've been doing it for 35 years. It may or may not work
still
out.
happening.
I'm not sure. It's still happening.
Look
There we
at you
are.
guys.
Look
Oh
at-
my gosh.
I mean, that is when our dad ran the old QE2.
How cool is that?
I know. Look at us. I can't even tell. That's an old picture of us.
You don't know who's who?
No.
I don't know.
I don't.
By the way, that
Wasn't
could be
there
the property.
something
That's us and our
about-
dad. That's us and our dad at Michigan when we were freshmen. That's at a Michigan.
That's at a Michigan football game.
Was there something where you thought maybe your parents accidentally switched you at birth or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, and
Yes.
you had to investigate?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yes.
it's the centerpiece of a two-man show that we're doing
Okay,
right now
okay.
as a theater piece. But
When
like,
we were 6 weeks old, our mom, because of a doctor diaper pin switch snafu, did not know the difference between us. They guessed.
Such
They
a
guessed.
nightmare.
They guessed and just went with it. And we spent 50 years trying to find out if we are who we are.
And so that is the subject of a show about identity and about, and it's
gosh.
about parenting. If you come see us tonight at
Yeah.
Helium, there's a lot of comedy about being parents and how difficult of a
Yes.
situation that is. You kind of lose your identity a little bit when you're parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just trying to survive in advance.
Yeah.
You're like an NCAA men's basketball tournament team. You're just trying to survive
Every
in
day,
advance.
survive in advance.
Survive
Yeah.
in
Can I
advance.
get to tomorrow?
Last
Can I
man
do this?
standing.
Last man standing. Can I be the last man standing in my house? And so we, you know, like through that experience and through this whole journey of trying to figure out who we are, we actually find out exactly who we are.
And the existentialism of it
Yeah.
all. What about your kids now? Are any of them interested in comedy or
So
entertainment?
my oldest daughter, who's at Michigan, is like in the prestigious sketch improv comedy group, sketch and improv group at Michigan that like people like John Glazer and Mike Blyden and Matt Price, like great people from Michigan throughout the years. It's been around since the 70s. It's called Comedy Company. So Daisy's in that, and she's going to help us out at the pep rally, and she's going to help, which is
that
just
is
a
so
blast.
cool.
Very cool.
I am so pumped for you guys. Don't move, because we still have lots to accomplish.
We're going to do a little bit of this.
We've got some
We're gonna do a little bit of this.
Wars happening live in studio. Some goofy, zany games coming up. But first, the Sklar brothers are performing tonight at Helium for just one night only. For tickets and more information, head to our website at katu.com. Again, they're not going anywhere. Coming up next, the brothers are going head-to-head in a special edition of Sklar Wars. Don't go away.